This video is sponsored by EA. So I have teamed up with The Sims and also the Grim Reaper to bring you guys 5 different videos over the next few weeks with The Sims 4 Life and Death. And essentially we've created kind of like a bucket list sort of situation. And in the first video, we actually created a house for the Grim Reaper. So if you haven't seen that video already, I will link it in the top right hand corner for you. And in today's video, we're going to be creating kind of like a trapped mansion kind of situation where each room serves as a different way for your Sims to die. Okay, so here we are in game. This is our trapped mansion. I've already built the exterior so that we can really focus on the interior, and depending on what we roll is how that room's going to turn out. So let me give you a quick tour before we begin. So we have the living room here, of course. We have a hallway. I might not do like a death for the hallways, to be honest, because they are very small, but we'll see what we roll and then we'll just kind of take it from there. We have the kitchen, we have a bathroom, and I don't want anyone to panic, but I have created a basement in this house, which is something that I never ever do. And I thought in a trapped mansion like this, depending on what we roll, this could be really fun. And then we do have an upper floor as well, so we have another hallway here. I might be able to do something with this, but again, we'll see what happens, what we roll. We have another bathroom, and then we have a nursery as well. I've provisionally put that as a nursery, but again, it just depends on what we roll. And then we have the main bedroom as well. So I think we should just get started. Okay, so let's roll our very first death. What are we going to get? Death by fire. Okay, I'm thinking of doing this in the living room. I think this definitely makes the most sense. So what we're wanting to be doing here, we're essentially going to want to make this kind of like just a big fire trap, but I would like to kind of keep the color scheme red orangey as well, just because I think that makes the most sense. So before we do anything, we need to place a rug directly under the fireplace, because we all know that as soon as a sim lights his fireplace, that rug is probably going to set alight. And actually that's a really good colour as well. Would it be better than this one? Let me just have a look. Oh no, maybe that one would be better actually, because I still want the rooms to be functional as a living room, as a kitchen, as a bathroom. But then I want the Sims to kind of have a high possibility of dying from the death that we roll. I'm hoping that makes sense, because that's kind of the spin that I want to put on this. I'm also thinking that candles would be very handy here as well. Because I think if we were to just like put a bunch of candles everywhere, I think that would be kind of fun too. That could be interesting. What if we put like, oh no, let's see what kind of chairs we have. So we're thinking heat, we're thinking fire hazard. Again, I think placing items close to the fireplace too would be a good way to go. Oh, that might be kind of nice. I like that brown one. Do we want a TV in here? Like, oh, we could have that. That kind of looks like it's not on fire, obviously. It's just the ambient lighting, but that kind of gives this pretty cool sort of vibe. I don't. Oh no! Hold on. We could definitely have this, because this is this is literally, you can light this on fire. So that might be kind of a fun choice. We could also have a ceiling light that is made of candles as well. That will be really fun. So let's see if we've even got the option. Hang on a moment. Do we have the option of having... Oh, we do. Look. Like, this is made of candles. I mean, we have this. This is literally on fire. But... Oh! Right, okay. I'm going to put this behind the TV, because it kind of looks like then the TV has flames coming out of it. We can see the ears poking out a little bit, but you kind of get the gist. You do kind of get the gist of it. Okay. I'm also thinking of adding like a big grand dining table here, because the kitchen isn't all that big. Okay, so I think we should consider adding like a big dining table here, which I think is super fun. And that is perfect. That is the perfect table for this build. And then, oh My gosh. What? Oh, I like these though as well. Okay, they could work. And then we could also like grab this again and put that there. And then I'm also thinking of adding another rug under here. And I'm also thinking of adding like a different fireplace to this area as well. Yes, we definitely need another candle though. Let's not forget the candle situation. Like that looks like a pure just death candle right there. Amazing. And then I'm thinking of moving this tapestry over here, sizing it down just a little bit, and then adding another fireplace here because I'm just feeling that little bit morbid. Like, look, are you telling me that that's not about to set on fire? Because I'm telling you now, it definitely is. I'm thinking some more artwork around here as well. Wow, that came together really quickly. Unusually quickly, I feel. Huh. I feel like we need some more fire trap things though. Don't you? Like we just need like random candles in other places. I don't know. Anyone else? Oh, yep. Sure. Okay, I think that'll do it for our death trap. Living room, death by fire. Yes, perfect. Okay, so rolling for the kitchen. Let's go. Death by electrocution. This kind of works really well for a kitchen, so I'm quite happy with this actually. So electrocution for me means using the cheapest appliances possible just to kind of make sure that your Sims actually get electrocuted. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. And then in terms of the color scheme, I'm thinking black and yellow kind of works really well actually. So let's see what we've got. I think the counters will be fine. Although we could go super yellow. I mean, we definitely could do that, couldn't we? Yeah. It's a shame this doesn't come in a black swatch, but we could switch this out. Yeah, and I think let's put a really cheap sink next to the cooker as well. Let's put a really cheap microwave next to the sink. Not next to the cooker, next to the sink. Okay, yes, that makes more sense. And we could definitely add some cabinets here too. And I think the more electric items that we have in here, the better. Really, although they need to be cheaper so that there's more chance of them actually breaking. So let's go for some really cheap ones. So I'm thinking that would be kind of a fun idea. Like we've got puddles on the floor. And then let's see if there's any artwork that might be kind of fitting for this electric vibe. We've got these. Now, this is kind of interesting because for me, they look a little bit electric. So let's put a few of these around. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun here. So we could put some of these signs around here. Yes, perfect. Oh, okay. I mean, it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be, but I mean, this house is just going to be a complete mishmash. So yes, let's move on to the next room. Rolling for the next room. What are we going to get? Death by being crushed by a Murphy bed. Okay, so I'm thinking of jumping down into the basement for this next one so that we can actually put a Murphy bed in there. Here we are in our very creepy basement. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to make a basement in a build, finally. So let's just add the Murphy bed in here because of course we know that it's death by Murphy bed and that did come with tiny living. So I'm sure this classes as a Murphy bed. I'm almost positive. So let's pop this one in here, and then we could maybe change it to like a black swatch. Yeah, why not? And I don't think it would harm to put maybe another Murphy bed in here as well. You know, we want our Sims to die by Murphy bed. So let's make sure that absolutely happens. I'm thinking like a coffee table in the middle, maybe a couple of chairs on either side, kind of make it like a basement hangout sort of situation / storage area. Look, I'm rolling with it. I'm just rolling with this right now. So let's see what we can come up with. And then let's go tiny living and see I mean, we've got these chairs here. These could be a good option. I do quite like tiny living, you know, as a pack. It's I remember when it came out and I was like, oh, this is such a cool idea. So yeah, we could turn this into like a little bit of a basement hangout, maybe. What about that? That works, right? Death by Murphy bed. And basically we have 3 Murphy beds in that room. I think that works. So we should probably move on to the next one. So let's see what we're going to get for our next room. Death by Cowplant. I'm actually tempted to do this in the main bedroom upstairs. So whilst we haven't actually finished the downstairs completely, I'm tempted to do this in the main bedroom upstairs. So my plan is to do an entire cow themed bedroom, and the reason that I wanted to do it in the main bedroom is, first of all, because this is the biggest bedroom or biggest room in the house, and secondly, it means that we can add this ghost cow plant. Some may argue that that's like Dalmatian, but I would argue that that is cow print. I'm just saying. And then like we could add that in there as well. Yes, awesome. And then I know for a fact that this comes in a cow print because, like, look. We can... honestly, this chair has my entire heart, mind, body and soul. When this pack was released, I was like, oh my god, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Right, perfect. I think we need a clock because you gotta have a clock in a bedroom. We also need a mirror as well. But like this is kind of like it's a black and white clock, so maybe that could work well in here. That's the cow plant room. I feel like we need to put something on top of here though, maybe like a speaker or something like that, so your Sims can listen to some music. That would be kind of cool. And then maybe a little light, you know, just for funsies. Let's see, lighting, small lighting. Could even add that one, you know, just for a bit more of like a creepy vibe. Wait, hold on. Is that technically like a cow plant print? It is, isn't it? Yes. Okay, that's perfect. We can have that there for sure. I think that works well as our cow plant room, but I'm also tempted to do this. I'm tempted to add that over here. You know, just to get the vibe across. What we're gonna get next, let's see. Death by poison. Okay, I might turn this into the downstairs bathroom is kind of what I'm thinking with this. So just stick with me. Right, so this is a pretty good sized bathroom, but because we're doing death by poison, I'm going to put one of these on either side of the walls. And then poison, I'm sure there's like a poison something that your Sims die from, but they can also die from a spider bite from Jungle Adventure. So I'm just going to see if we have anything in the debug menu from Jungle Adventure. So I'm thinking of like adding these in here because, you know, why not? Like this. Like if they open this, I'm sure there's a possibility of them finding a spider. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Look, if this isn't the case, I'm really sorry that I've got this completely wrong, completely mixed up. I'm so sorry, but I'm almost positive that that's right. So let's make this a little bit creepy, a little bit like, oh, okay. It's quite a debug and also Jungle Adventure. Ooh, what if we like death by spider? The spiders, I know they're not going to hide in this, by the way. I'm fully aware, but like we could pretend that they're hiding in this. You know, like they could be hiding in the leaves or something. That kind of works. Death by poison. I'm sure your Sims can like sift through here and find a spider. I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm really sorry. So I'm sure someone will tell me. But anyway, let's move on to the next room. What have we got? What have we got? Death by vending machine. Okay, that should be easy enough. Let's do that. Let's do that. So we've got our vending machines. We have a few to choose from, actually. So no, I don't think we should do the nursery. I think we should do the hallway. Is what I think we should do. I think we should do the hallway and just fill it with vending machines. That's what I think we should do. We should just do the hallway, fill it with vending machines, and that will be that. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can kind of make it look, you know, like we care just a little bit, because we could put a rug down, like this one. Look, for example. Put a rug down and just call it a day. I mean, that was relatively easy. I can't imagine what else we could possibly put in this room. I'm gonna be honest, like, we've got 4 vending machines in a hallway, so let's just roll the next one. Let's go. What do we have? Death by mold. Right. This is a new death that came with For Rent, I believe. So let's see what we can come up with and which room we decide to go for as well. So death by mold, I think, would be a good option for. I'm not convinced I want to make this a nursery anymore. Just there's something that's telling me not to do that. So let's just see with For Rent how this actually works. So like, we could make the room look super moldy. I'm thinking of turning it into more of like a kids or a teens room or something like that, but I'm probably thinking that there's something in the debug menu. Oh, here we are. Yeah, look, toxic mold pile. So we're just gonna have to put a bunch of these down. Oh, like, look how gross this is. This is awful. I am a horrible person. I am genuinely a horrible person. But yeah, I'm thinking of just putting a bunch of these down and then kind of making the room look sort of moldy. So yeah, I think that's probably enough mold for now. Could this be a... This came with life and death. So, oh, this is actually a really good option because it looks kind of mystical as well. Yes, I like it. These curtains look kind of moldy. I'm not gonna lie. So I think we should maybe put these down. Hello, there. Are you telling me they don't look moldy? Because I think they do. Like, that's, I don't know why, but that lamp reminds me of mold. So I think we should put that there as well. And just shimmy that across, perhaps. Okay. Oh. Am I going to be really morbid and put like a little gravestone situation in here? I think I am. Let's go for it. Awesome. We definitely need a mirror in here as well. Definitely need a mirror. Do we have a moldy mirror? A moldy mirror. Do we have a moldy mirror anywhere? Moldy mirror? That could be classed as moldy, maybe. Do we have any moldy toys? Look at this. Look. It's not moldy, but it's definitely creepy. So that kind of fits with the vibe, right? Perfect. Have I just created a moldy room? Like, has that actually happened? I feel like maybe it's happened. Let's put some stuff on the wall. Like, could these be classed as moldy? Probably not. I'd just like to point out, these are not classed as being moldy. But I want to make it a kid's room. So that's what we're going with. And that's what I'm sticking with. Perfect mold. Amazing. Oh, that's probably my favourite room so far. I'm going to be honest. Yes. So what rooms do we have left now? We have this hallway. It depends what we roll. And then we have this bathroom and that's it. So let's see what we roll and we'll just decide what our next step is. What is our next step? Death by flowers. Okay, so I already know that this is alluding to the flowers that you arrange in seasons. So I think we should do this in the bathroom upstairs, and we'll just add a bunch of these flower arranging stations and flower thingies everywhere. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm sure this is it. This is the death by flowers. Because I think if one of your Sims gives a gift of one of these to your Sims, like in a malicious way, I'm sure this is how they would die of flowers. So like we could come up with like a whole flower theme in here, you know? So like this, for example, would be, I'm sure there's one with flowers, like springtime. Yes, we could definitely do something with this. That works, right? And then we also have some flower rugs, look. Oh, how fun is this? Death by flowers, but make it cute. You know, death by flowers, but make it really, really cute. Oh, we need, I don't know what we need. Do we need some flowers on the wall? Is that even, oh, yes. Look, we can put flowers on the wall. We have flowers on the wall. And look, we can put these. Oh my gosh. Oh, we've got, oh. Right. I'm having too much fun with this. Having far too much fun. Oh, the shadowing's weird on it though. We can't use that. Your Sims can't die from these flowers. I know that, but we're doing the whole flower thing. And then like, look at these. These are perfect. There's just gonna be flowers everywhere. I've gone a bit overboard in here, and it doesn't look that good. But what can I say? What can I say? Do we have anything with flowers in seasons? Surely we must do. What's this? Oh, it's a freezer bunny and flowers. Oh, that's so cute. There. So that's our death by flowers bathroom. Now we have to hope that we're going to roll something that's appropriate for this hallway. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to decorate it. So let's see what we get. Hoping for something for the hallway that's actually going to work. Death by murder of crows. Okay, this actually works quite well because this is a new death that came with life and death. Also, my dog is sneezing, so if you heard a shh, that's what that was. But basically all we're going to do is put a couple of crows in there and make it kind of like crowy spooky. So let's go do that. So here he is, look, Mr. Crow. So what we could do is we could just pop a couple of crows on either side of this hallway. Is there a better colour, like a darker brown? Yes, there is. Okay, so that's not to say that we can't make it a little bit creepy, you know, and use some of the items from Life and Death. The space, I'm going to be honest, is quite a bit smaller than I'd realised. So I'm thinking of just putting like a grandfather clock here, moving that crow there, moving this crow maybe near the door, and I will play test this so I can make sure your Sims can actually interact with it. And then, is there some creepy artwork that we could maybe put on the wall that would symbolise a crow? I mean, we could put the Grim Reaper here. I don't think that would be... Oh, hold on. Oh, perfect. Look. It's the Grim Reaper, but he's surrounded by crows. That is perfect. That is genuinely, genuinely perfect. And then above here, we could add like a little light as well. I'm going to be honest, that's probably all I can do with the hallway. Death by crows. We have 2 crows waiting in the darkness for your Sims to enter. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that is our... It is! That is our haunted house death by random death house done. I don't know how else to describe it. So anyway, yeah, so this is the exterior. You saw this at the beginning. I did build this off camera in preparation for this particular challenge. So this is what we were working with. So let's have a really quick run through so that we can recap what we've gone through. So we rolled death by Murphy bed for the basement. So we've placed 3 Murphy beds in here and then tried to make it look kind of aesthetically pleasing because we're not animals, okay? We wanted this house to look somewhat half decent. So this is what we ended up coming up with for the basement, and I really like how it turned out. We've just done this for the entryway. We rolled Death by Crows. So it's a new death that came with The Sims 4 Life and Death. So we've placed a couple of crows in here and then just decorated appropriately given the space that we had. I think we made the best of the situation. And then for the kitchen, we rolled Death by Electrocution. So obviously we went with like a really obvious electric theme. We also decided as a last minute decision to add a washer and a dryer stacked because I'm pretty sure these are at high risk of giving your Sims an electric shock. So that's what we did with this room. I did struggle a little bit, I'll be honest, but we made the best of it. And then we had Death by Poison, I believe, for the downstairs bathroom. So I just kind of made the best of the situation and added this really weird trunk from Jungle Adventure because I believe this is how your Sims, they can search for stuff, and there's quite a high possibility of them coming across a poisonous spider. They'll get bitten. Death by poison. Okay, so that's what we ended up doing for that. The first room that we rolled was the living room, which was Death by Fire or Death by Heat. I'm sure it was Death by Fire. So this is what we came up with for the living room. I love this room. I don't think we could have rolled anything better for the living room, and I think this looks so wonderful, and I can't wait to see if my Sims actually die from fire in this room. Moving on to the upper floor, we rolled Death by Mold, and we decided to turn this into a children's bedroom, which might be a little bit morbid, but you know, I wanted this house to be functional, so I kind of like what we did with this. Actually, it's yeah, a little bit morbid, but look, we're just playing by the rules of the game. We're just playing by the rules of the game. So there's like deadly mold spores on the floor, and then we went with like a greenish, yellowish, blackish kind of color scheme to fit with the whole vibe of the room, so I really enjoyed that. For the landing, we rolled Death by Vending Machine, so I couldn't really do a whole lot with this apart from place 4 different vending machines in the hallway in the hopes that your Sim will hopefully die by a vending machine in this particular room. For the upstairs bathroom, we rolled Death by Flower, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure someone will correct me, I'm not much of a gameplay person. I tried to do as much research as possible before this video, but if your Sims arrange a bouquet which came with the seasons pack, and if they have a high enough skill level, I think they can give another Sim like a death flower, and that will essentially make them die by flower. So we just went with like a really obvious theme in this room, and it looks completely ridiculous, but I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. And then for the main bedroom, we rolled Death by Cowplant, another room that I'm really happy with the spin with because I don't think we could have rolled anything better. So we went with like a really obvious cow print. We've got the 2 undead cow plants in here as well, which came with Life and Death, which I absolutely adore. And then we just went with like a really obvious color scheme. So that is our trapped mansion, where your Sims are probably likely to die in this house. Like, let's be completely honest here. So thank you again to EA for sponsoring this video and for sponsoring the rest of our bucket list items. Keep an eye out on some more content coming over in the next few weeks. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. You all take care, and I will see you again next time. Bye.